I am Butch Warren, Navarro County Commissioner, Precinct 3, and I'm responsible for approximately 400 miles of road in Navarro County in my precinct. Up until the time I was elected, everyone was using gravel and not even really compacting it. There was no compaction, no working. I mean, they would blade the roads and then they would put gravel on it and then blade the gravel out. And to me, I realized before I even was elected that gravel was not a fix. It was just basically, sure enough, an all-weather surface, but there were issues with the gravel, like dust. And then you had so much of the fines that would wash into the ditch. You had all kinds of other problems, potholing, and I realized up front that there was a need for some stabilization of some sort. At that point, I started doing research, and I researched a lot of other products. I researched product after product, and then after all the research that I did, I realized that there was one product that kept coming up with most of the commissioners, and even some of the TEACS representatives mentioned, some of the polymers and stuff, and so I took it upon myself to do a little bit more research and then try the product. And at that point, I tried Texas road glue, and the product is a very good product. It actually locks down the road surface. It locks down all the fines. It repels water very well, and I believe you probably can't tell it by looking at this road, but this road is just as hard as concrete underneath, and it's really good from side to side. And I have several other roads in this area that are like this, and there's some roads in other parts of the county that I've done with this product, and it's been excellent as far as dust control and stabilization. This particular road was like a powder keg. You couldn't see past your windshield when you came down this road originally. And when I put that product on here, you could probably drive 60 miles an hour down this road and not see any dust at all. I found that EnviroTac is probably, as far as I'm concerned, the top product as far as dust control and stabilization. And the method that I used to do this, well, I went to several other counties, as I mentioned before, and watched their process and stuff, and I came up with an idea of using a Workgen 2000 and running this through the computerized distributor system on this, and that way you'd be blending and cutting at the same time, and you get 100% full depth and full width mixture, and you wouldn't have dry spots or wet spots. It would be all uniform, and that's what I used on these particular roads and stuff, and I found that product works it's really fine. It works really well. It makes the surface hard. It's actually shiny, and makes it as smooth as concrete, and it is hard as concrete. And then after I let it cure for a day or so, I'd come back and put another coat, a light coat on top of it, and actually the road would even shine in the sun. And to me, it's just an excellent process, and the material is an excellent. EnviroTac is an excellent material for this. I haven't found anything any better. It's a forward movement. It's kind of a leading edge product, and once there is no set application, but as long as you have forward-thinking commissioners and forward-thinking equipment companies, and with products like EnviroTac, I believe that we can accomplish a lot in the state of Texas, or any other state for that matter, as far as controlling and stabilizing gravel roads and handling dust issues. It didn't take but probably maybe 2 or 3 days to really get a full grip on how fast that machine would work and how easy the application was to lay down. And actually I was doing about 2 miles a day. I got to a point where I could do 2 miles a day, and actually the type of machine that I was using was actually outrunning my compactor and my motor graders. And if you can find a way to keep up with a machine that can travel that fast and do this type of work, and it be as significant and the type of quality that this material provides, that would be incredible. You can take what we were doing, we were using gravel probably bringing gravel to the same location once a month, possibly once every 2 months. And you can take the cost of a batch of EnviroTech and use that initial cost and come out ahead in a year's time on what you would put down in gravel on a road anywhere in my county or in my precinct, or I figure in the state of Texas. I believe that just the initial cost in buying the EnviroTech and putting it down, you would be able to move on to other roads and move forward instead of coming back regularly and doing maintenance on a road. You can maintain this road, use the EnviroTech on it, go to another road, and not have to come back every month or very often on any of these other roads. You might check it, touch it up every now and then move on. And eventually you will accomplish covering a lot of your roads and having a good solid base on all the roads. I know that some of the counties here in Texas have been using this product in more years than I have. And Milam County is one of those counties, and I've been able to attend some of their demonstrations and stuff, and I've seen how long the product actually lasts there, and the product is a versatile product because you're able to either leave the surface open, or you can chip seal on top of it. You can lay pavement on top of the surface, and you get more overall life. But as far as I'm concerned, what I've seen here on my roads and what I've seen from other counties, the product has a great longevity. It lasts longer, it controls dust, and the stabilization is just incredible. It's like concrete underneath. But I'm real pleased with the product.